Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Brenda from Mainly Hybrid Homesteading. Welcome if you're new here. Today I figured I would invite you into my pantry. Might be the first, it is the first, and might be the last time. I like to keep my pantry private for obvious reasons. Don't get me wrong, I love to see other people's pantries and how they organize them, and it's always great to get ideas on what to stock in your pantry. But for me and for my family, I prefer to keep what we have private. At any rate, I'm packing up some things in the pantry today, and I thought I would bring you along. I am packing up mostly dry goods. Anything that is, has liquid in it is going to stay in here for now. We are hopefully moving this fall, and our plan for the winter is to live in a camper, and we're going to be we're going to be roughing it for a few months until next summer, and when we start building our new home. But our plan is to keep whatever goods can't be frozen inside the camper, and then we have 2 storage / shipping containers that we're filling with our household stuff that we still want to keep, and also things that are able to freeze without being damaged. So I'm gonna give you a little quick tour of the pantry. I got my lemon ginger tea here. I've been under the weather a little bit. Just getting over a cold after working full-time and renovating pretty much full-time. All summer my body was like, time out, Brenda. All right, I'm sure you're anxious to get started, and we're gonna get going. So this is kind of an overview. As you walk into the room, we have shelving on both sides, and we also have some around the corner. I always have these curtains closed. They are room darkening curtains, and pretty much the door is closed. Not fully closed, but enough to let some light, keep the light out. So over on the very top of the shelves, I have some surplus, different sizes of snack bags, Ziploc bags, that kind of thing. I do have some canning lids there, some muffin mixes for Tim, and we have some peanut butter, canned pumpkin, which is for us and the pets. And this is the tub of tallow that I'm working on, and do have some canned coconut milk. Like to get more on the shelf, but we're waiting on that. And then here we have some olives and just some miscellaneous type canned goods. Just some cat treats here. Don't forget your pets. And here we have some vegetables and just a random bottle of olive oil that I couldn't fit on the bottom shelf. I used to be able to fit these taller bottles on the bottom shelf, but what I found was the weight of all the other shelves was making it harder for me to get the taller bottles out because there was some weight being put on the shelves. And then we just have a little bit of pineapples here, and then some mushrooms. Down here we have a variety of canned fruits and some beans. We have black beans, refried beans, chickpeas. And here I have my canned meats. You can see some tuna back there, some clams. We have pork, corned beef, and ham, cans of ham, and some Vienna sausages. And also down here we have our tomato products. And I do, back here, have some Crisco for my baking. And our other oils that we use. And on this next shelf, we just have some random items up on the top shelf, condiment type things, and had dried a bunch of pears that I got from Azure Standard last year, and I actually just placed an order to get some more, but they're out of stock. So I'm going to keep trying because I do want to dehydrate some more because we really enjoy the pears. I also dehydrated some Cortland apples for Tim, but he likes the pears better also. Here we just have, I think, some basil and thyme spices and waiting to go in a container somewhere, and some other dehydrated things, foods like zucchini and mushrooms that I had dehydrated last year. Down here I have some dried cranberries and raisins, and we have a little bit more up here, and just baking supplies, brown sugar, cocoa, and over here just have some collection of dried herbs. I did purchase some dried chamomile because I only got literally just a few little flowers last year. But so we're all set on chamomile for a while. Got some lemon balm there, and been making some frankincense oil. We do have some, here we have our honey and some jam and more cooking supplies. I went way overboard on the flour and pancake mix. We have quite a bit of that. It's a learning process. Got some coconut, and here we have molasses. Here's just an overflow of the spaghetti sauce that I just got. And here we have some vinegar. And back here we have just like 4 or 5 jars left of some chili that I had canned. And down here I have some jam, a few jars of jam left, and some carrots from a couple summers ago. So we're gonna get you turned around. And this is the shelf where I mostly had the meats and stuff that I canned. Here we have some canned pork and some fiddleheads from 2023 that we have to work through. And this is just a bunch of dried goods that I basically put in jars the other night, and they need to just be vacuum sealed. I had to pause on that because we had a showing on our home the next day, so this could wait. And just have some more canning lids here. This is some chicken and some beets that I canned, and also down here we have roast beef and hamburg, which super convenient to have this. It's got a, you can it with some water in there, which is perfect for tacos. You just put your seasoning in there and just simmer it down. So all these baskets here are from the Dollar Tree, and I normally don't have these baskets on the shelf, but just for appearance purposes, that's where they are now while we're showing the home. So these are surplus spices, and then I have some olive oil, cooking sprays, just some empty jars here because I am hoping to can more chili and beans before we move, because that'll be super convenient and have some quick and easy meals. And a lot of my canned goods I have been putting in these plastic baskets that I got from Dollar Tree. You can fit about 10 to 11 cans in each one. So, and it makes it easier to stack things. So back here, we have some more dried goods. And on the bottom shelves, we mostly have like our freeze-dried foods or August and Farm type foods that are more long-term, and those can probably go in the container because they are dry. And then over here is more of our everyday type of pantry. I just kept some very basic cookbooks, and I have all my supplies for making body butters and stuff like that up there, and paper towels. And so we have more dried goods on these shelves and going all the way down. So all that stuff is going to be packed up and put in the container. And then we have more down there. This is just my overflow, like first aid type stuff, over the counter stuff, medicines and stuff. And then in the middle of it all, I have my little sewing area. So it's definitely been a learning process, and mostly that I'm not wasting food, that I'm learning how much we use of this and that. And keeping an inventory list is super important, and that kind of went out the window a little while ago as I've been packing things. And I am labeling all our tubs. We have 27-gallon tubs that we got from Sam's, and it's been a super easy way to pack things, but I am labeling the outside, like everything that's in there. So if I do need to find it in the middle of winter, then I'll know which tub to open. But I also found it helpful, like when I am opening a jar of something, I will put the date that I'm opening it. So it kind of gives you an idea of how much you're going through in a month, 2 months, 3 months, or more often. And so then it kind of gives you an idea of how much you really need to stock up on. Some things expire more quickly, of course, your oils and things like that. And brown rice will also go rancid earlier than regular white rice. But it has been a learning process, but this has been like 3 years in the making, and it gives me a lot of comfort and security knowing that if something happens to me or Tim and we don't have any income coming in for a while, then we'll be okay as far as food. And also, it's not only about food, but water and being prepared for emergencies, having medicine on hand and things like that. But so I'm going to start packing. If you have ever moved a pantry, I would appreciate any comments or tips that you have. A lot of my stuff is in glass jars, and I think all my canned meats and veggies that I have canned, I'm going to be transporting in my vehicle. Everything in the shipping container is probably going to get jostled around quite a bit more than in a car. So that's my plan right now. It may change later. I'll let you know. Okay, so the other day when I was taping the final portion of this video, I apparently was not recording how I was packing my jars. But as you can see, I've got, with this one, it'll be 7 tubs that are ready to go in the shipping container. And you can see that I've detailed pretty well what's in there. I decided to use the Sharpie just so it's just easier for me to see at a glance, and it's taped on there pretty good. I have it taped on the side and on the top. At any rate, we do have all of our glass jars at the bottom here, and I have put newspaper between all around the jars. So they're pretty secure in here. They're not going to be banging against each other. And because they are pretty heavy, I don't want to, I mean, I could add another layer, but I really don't want to. I've just been trying to pack lighter items on top of the jars and then call it good. So we just have some lighter items here to finish off this one. Just some towels. There we go. So for now, the last tub is ready to go in the shipping container. We're going to be moving those in there this afternoon because we have a showing tomorrow morning. But that did help empty out a lot of the pantry. I still have a few more dried goods that I can pack, but I need to get some more 27-gallon totes to do that, which is fine. You know, the pantry looks cleaner and neater already, and we're that much closer to moving. Thanks for joining me. Again, let me know if you have moved a pantry and what's been helpful for you. I'm just going by what makes sense to me. It may or may not be the right way, but that's what we're going to be doing. Thanks for joining me. Please like and share this video and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And we will see you next time. Bye.